Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about 10 luxury slash high-end makeup products that are just not worth your money. These are 10 products that not only don't work for me, but I honestly highly doubt that anybody would be like absolutely in love with them, because in a lot of cases the formulas perform so weird that I just don't see them working for anybody. So here we go, let's go ahead and get started. I am about to talk about a lot of my personal favorite brands, and these brands have a ton of products that I am obsessed with, that I love, that perform amazingly, that work wonders for me. But you know, not everything has to be fantastic, and so I feel like these products definitely missed the mark. This video was inspired by my beautiful, sweet, kind, loving friend Tara Lynn. If you guys are not subscribed to Tara's channel, I am of course going to be linking it down in the description box. So I am inviting you to go and subscribe and give her some love. She is simply the best and she makes some really amazing beauty content. So go to her channel, tell her that I sent you. She did a similar video to this around a month ago and we talked about it, and I wanted to do something similar to that. Let's just go ahead and start with the first thing, and that is the Gucci foundation. This was so anticipated, so hyped up. They came out with so many shades of this foundation, which I thought initially was incredible, but all of their shades, and I'm not saying this just based on like the one shade that I bought, but I did some research, I saw some other people's reviews, all of their shades run very yellow. People had a really difficult time matching themselves online to this foundation. Plus, before they had it at Sephora, the Gucci website launch was a disaster. Things weren't organized and there wasn't any like proper pictures of swatches of what the foundations looked like. They just had a very sheer amount of the foundation on top of some model's skin, where they just looked like they weren't even wearing makeup at all. It was weird. But besides that, this foundation has this soft powder technology that on me looks absolutely horrible. It makes all of my texture come out. It makes my skin look dry. It makes me look like a freaking raisin. I hated it. So not only was the color wrong and a little bit too yellow, which the color I got was 220 neutral and it was so yellow. Not only was the color wrong, but also it dried out my skin so much because of this soft powder technology that they advertise. And so of course I went and watched reviews of other people who don't have my dry skin, because I do have very dry skin. I watch reviews of people who have combination and oily skin, and 99% of people really dislike this foundation. So I personally do not think it is worth the money. I would say save it, because it's also not a cheap foundation. This was quite pricey. Now the primer that they released with the foundation, chef's kiss. Absolutely love the primer, but this foundation, no. The next product I'm going to talk about is actually a mascara, and I'm kind of sad I haven't tried anything else from this brand, because everything that she releases does look extremely attractive to me, but for some reason I just haven't bought anything yet. I am planning to do so in the future, but I haven't. Now I received this Victoria Beckham, is the brand I'm talking about, mascara on my Ipsy box last month, and this was the most exciting product that came in that Ipsy box. I was over the moon. So excited about it. This was going to be my first Victoria Beckham product. I know that her brand is very eco-friendly. She makes very beautiful luxury products. I've heard great things, okay? But this mascara, now this one is one that I'm going to really be surprised if this works for anybody. I highly doubt it. It just cannot happen. This does absolutely nothing for my lashes. It does not extend them. It doesn't make them thicker. It clumps them together while very thin looking. It's like I just rather not wear anything if I have to wear this, to be honest with you. I do think this is a lifting mascara, so if you have straight lashes and you've tried it, let me know if it works for you. But I honestly highly doubt this works for anyone. Do not go for it. Save your money. Use it on something else, Victoria Beckham, but do not get the mascara because it is not good. I've personally been really wanting to try her lipsticks and her bronzer that came out recently. Those products looked very, very attractive to me. I don't know what else. I need to browse her website and see what looks good, but those two products for sure I've heard good things about and they look fantastic. I also love her packaging. It's just such a shame that that mascara did not work for me at all. Next I have this product right here from Merit Beauty. This is their concealer slash foundation stick. Now this product for me as foundation did not work whatsoever. It did not cover much. I wasn't a fan of the texture that it had. I did put it underneath my eyes as concealer and I thought as concealer maybe it could work for me, but it's not meant to be that. It's meant to be like a touch-up stick slash something you would use in place of foundation. I didn't like it and it has such little amount of product in here. This only has 3.7 grams of product and it's not a super affordable foundation stick. It's $38 and you get extremely little product in here. For reference, the Huda foundation, which is my absolute favorite foundation, the one I'm wearing right now, is 12.5 grams and it's $39. This is $38 and it is 3.7 grams. That is not a lot of makeup for $38, and on top of that it doesn't even perform that good, so definitely a miss for me and I do not recommend it. And it makes me sad because Merit Beauty actually was kind enough to send me their products, but that just did not work for me. I did really love their lip oil and their cream blush. Those two definitely worked for me, but the foundation stick was a no. And the next product I'm going to talk about was also a big no for me. This is the Merit highlighter stick. I don't understand this product. It is basically oil in a stick that barely has any shine to it. Like, I am putting it down, like a lot of it down, and you guys can see it doesn't even look like a very smooth highlighter. If I look at it, it just looks like I put oil on the back of my hand and nothing else. So it's not going to give you a glimmer or a shimmer. It gives you the same glow as if you went ahead and tapped oil on your highlight points. I do not recommend this product, and in fact, out of everything I tried from Merit Beauty, this was definitely my least favorite thing. This retails for $30. Don't do it. I just can't see that product working for anybody. I don't feel like anybody would look at that highlighter and be like, oh my god, I love that so much, you know? So if you buy anything from Merit, I absolutely love their blush stick and I absolutely loved their lip oil. Those were my two favorite products out of everything that I tried from them. Now this foundation concealer touch-up stick, this is not bad. I definitely do not like this at all. This I could definitely work with, but I just don't think it's worth the money for how little product you get in here. We are about to talk about Mother Pat, and I cannot believe I'm saying this because Pat McGrath is my absolute favorite makeup line. I love 99.99% of the things that she comes out with. I'm obsessed with the palettes, the foundation, the concealer, the under eye setting powder, the glosses, the lip liners, the list goes on. I'm obsessed with so much of Pat McGrath, but these liquid lipsticks are so dry, so dry. The colors are pretty, but they enhance every single line, every single piece of dryness that is on my lips. I cannot wear these. It sucks the life out of my lips. It makes them feel so dry and chapped and dead, and it shows it too. Like, while I'm wearing these, they look awful. They look dry. I do not like them. And I honestly thought it was just that I was not into matte lipsticks anymore, but I tried the Kaleidos matte lipsticks the other day and I really love that formula. So I really wish that this had a little bit more creaminess, a little bit more hydration to it. Rather than being and looking as dry as they are, this was definitely a no for me. I bought two shades when they first came out and I don't think I'll ever be buying any more of her liquid lipsticks. Now I am super excited for the blushes and the new quad that's coming out this month and the highlighter. I'm so excited to try those products, I cannot wait. But the liquid lipsticks were definitely a no for me. Now this next product I'm going to tell you about, I actually tried and I reviewed for a video, and in that video I liked it. And it only ever worked for me on that one day. I don't know if I was having a very good skin day, or if I didn't wear my makeup for long enough, or what the deal is. I don't know what magical combination of products I used with it that for some reason it worked. But this Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer is a no for me. I absolutely love the size and the packaging. The price was not bad for how much you get in here, but this product is so thick. And not only is it thick, but it's also so drying on my skin. Now this is supposed to be a concealer and a foundation. I'm not sure how it works as a foundation because I have a concealer shade. I didn't get a foundation shade for me, so I didn't try it that way. However, if this looks dry under my eyes, I'm pretty sure it would look really dry on my skin, especially because around my mouth area everything tends to look dry regardless. Besides that, it was thick, it did not set well, and every time I put it underneath my eyes, they crease like crazy. It makes my under eyes look very old. So I'm not sure why it worked for me on my first impressions video, but from there on, it never again worked for me. So this is definitely another hard pass. So this next product I was so excited about because I love, and I'm talking about the Tatcha, the silk powder. I love the Tatcha silk canvas. I am obsessed with the Tatcha liquid silk canvas. I love their dewy moisturizer. They have a lot of products that I obsess over. So when they were coming out with a silk powder, I was so excited. I bought it the day it launched. I reviewed it immediately, and I instantly knew this was definitely a miss for me. My first issue with the silk powder is that it's not a translucent powder. It has a very strong yellow tint for my neutral light skin. So anywhere I put it, it would turn darker and more yellow. If I put it underneath my eyes, it took all of my brightness away. On my face, it made my face a lot more yellow. So that was problem number one right there. And just with that, I could already be like, I don't like it. But besides that, it makes my skin look dry and textured, and it clings onto all of my dry patches. I remember baking with it right over here when I first tried it underneath my bronzer, and when I went to wipe off the bakeage, it wouldn't come off. It was like clinging on to my skin, and it looked dry, and it looked yellow, and it looked textured. And I honestly don't know why this powder does that, because it is such a finely milled powder. It is so thin, it feels so silky that I feel like it shouldn't do that. Like the yellow thing I get, but the dry patchy thing, the texture thing, it doesn't feel like it would do that. However, it doesn't. It dries the life out of me, it gives my skin texture, and this powder was, I believe, like $50. This was a pretty penny. This was definitely a huge waste of my money, and I wasted it so you don't have to. So I would definitely skip on this one. Go for the liquid silk canvas. That is my favorite primer I've ever tried. It makes my pores look minimized, it hydrates my skin, it makes my makeup last so long. It is a beautiful, beautiful primer, but this setting powder is a no for me. Okay, so those were my 7 luxury products, and now we're going to get into the high-end products. And this first one I'm going to mention was really unfortunate. I bought it along with everything else that launched, and it is from Liz Beauty, or LYS Beauty. Every time I say Liz Beauty, you guys seem to be bothered by it. It's by LYS Beauty, and it is their bronzer. Now, let me tell you, when this brand came out, I loved almost everything. I love their blush, their under eye powder. My favorite thing to this day is the LYS Beauty foundation. I'm obsessed with it. It's still sold out, I think, but that foundation is definitely worth it. So as soon as it restocks, I will let you guys know because it is so good. So a lot of the products that I tried from them, I really loved, but this bronzer was not it. So I mean, there's nothing terribly wrong with it. I'm not sure why, but on me, this bronzer looks muddy and patchy. Like when I apply it, it doesn't blend the way that I want it to blend. It kind of clings onto places. It's not a smooth blend for me. And this wasn't terribly expensive, but I honestly expected it to perform better. So I don't like it because whenever I've put it on, I have to always spend a lot of time trying to blend it out and make it even and make it look good and cohesive because it just wants to look muddy. But more than everything, the patchiness is what really bothers me. If anyone else bought these and experienced that, definitely let me know that I'm not alone in this, because again, I loved everything else that launched, but I just can't seem to make this bronzer work for me. Now, if you bought it and love it, also definitely let me know down below and I'll keep trying it. But whenever I've tried this one, I have experienced the same thing. It just doesn't want to blend for me. So that was an unfortunate no right there. The next product is actually from Huda Beauty, and it is the Huda Beauty Balm Brows Micro Shade Brow Pencil. This is $17, which is not bad, but it has very little product in it, and it is so thin, which is definitely a good thing. It was the intention behind it. They made it thin because they wanted it to look like you're microblading your eyebrows. I think the intention is beautiful, but it is so thin that I can't make it not break. Whenever I have it down enough that it won't break, I feel like I'm just applying the actual plastic to my face. I feel like the little pencil is not actually touching my eyebrows, and then whenever I pull it up a little bit more just so that I can actually see the strokes better, the tip of it immediately breaks, which is just very unfortunate. I really like the packaging of this one. I love that they try to make it super thin to look microbladed. That's definitely something that I am very into, but I just don't think it's worth it if the tip of it continuously breaks. And on top of that, because it's so thin, there's very little product in there. So it's just not going to last you long. So I rather do the ABH Brow Pen or the Brow Cheat by Charlotte Tilbury. Those are the two products that I'm consistently putting on my eyebrows than doing this, because if you buy it, it's just not going to last you very long at all. So it's definitely unfortunate, but I would definitely put my money somewhere else rather than this pencil. And last but not least, we have an Anastasia product, and that is the Iced Out Highlighter by Anastasia. This came out with the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which I have been obsessed with since it came out. A little bit goes a very long way with that one, and I'm already halfway through mine and I just love it. It makes doing my eyebrows so easy. I have the Brow Freeze to thank for having my eyebrows look as nice as they do, right? But when the Brow Freeze came out, the Iced Out Highlighter also came out. Now, this one is here because it's like a buyer beware type of product. The formula is good. It blends nice, it looks nice, but Iced Out Highlighter sounds like it's something that wouldn't have an undertone, something that would be kind of like a pearly white type of product, and that is not what you're getting in this one. This has a green shift to it. I'm going to show you. The formula of it is actually beautiful. I definitely love the way it blends, the way it shines. But you guys see how that looks green on my skin tone? Just for reference, this is the Amrezy highlighter here. See how this looks like an actual champagne color, and this one here looks like a green undertone type of product. If you like colorful highlighters or highlighters with a greenish undertone, a greenish tint to it, absolutely go for this one. It's beautiful. But it is not what I was expecting when I bought it. I wouldn't have bought it if I knew it had that super gold greenish type of hue to it. And so, because on the pan it looks like a pearly beautiful highlighter, so that's what I expected to receive, and that is not what I got. So unfortunately, this was definitely another pass for me. And again, unless you're looking for a very light gold green type of highlighter, I think you guys probably wouldn't like it either. Now, those were my 10 products I wanted to talk about today, but I have one honorable mention, and I don't have it with me because I didn't like it to the extent that I took it back. So the Mary Jane palette from Melt Cosmetics. was a hard pass for me. I have a video where I tried it, and that palette was unfortunately a disaster. I didn't like the mattes, I didn't like the shimmers, it didn't blend well, it looked patchy, the shimmers weren't what I was expecting. I feel like that palette had a lot of potential to do a lot and be beautiful and bold and just like a wonderful cool toned palette, and it was unfortunately a huge fail formula wise, so I would definitely also skip that one. I hate making these videos because I love beauty products and I want to love all beauty products. I try them multiple times, I try to make them work for me, but you know, not everything can work, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that we try here on my channel I like and work for me nicely, and there's a lot of others that I didn't mention in this video that I know don't work for my skin type but might work for other people. But these right here were ones where like I have a hard time thinking they'll work for anyone at all. Again, correct me if I am wrong. I really hope I didn't make anyone upset with this video. I hope none of these are your favorite products. But these are definitely luxury high-end products that I spent my money on so that you don't have to. I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. And also, if you're new to my channel, my name is Patty. I don't do a lot of videos like this one, but welcome, and I hope that you subscribe before you leave. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!